Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I'm going to be showing you guys how you could apply SPY. And I did post a picture on my Twitter with one play, but I'm just going to be going a little more in depth on this. And in this video I'm actually going to be having VWAP on because I always have VWAP on. I just didn't post it on Twitter. And I do see a lot of plays you can take with VWAP. So first I'm just going to take this off. So the first play, like I said, I posted on my Twitter. So we had a meeting today at 2, and I typically don't like to play meetings because it's usually choppy, unless on one condition, unless I see like a perfect play or a perfect setup. That's literally the only time I'll trade. And I did see a perfect setup, and I'm going to show you right now. So we open here, and we rejected 406.62, and then we reject here. That's when you want to draw your trend line, when we reject at that second point. We don't see this yet, but that doesn't matter. So we draw the trend line here, right? And I drew it from this to this rejection candle, right? So you could have taken puts here, right? But I don't want to. That's kind of gambling in my opinion, because you don't know if it's gonna break through or reject. And with a meeting, like, you could do that with a tight stop loss over this, but you don't know what's gonna happen. But in this next scenario, you have a better chance of knowing what would happen. And in this scenario, that's when you see the break over this. And again, you could have taken puts here with a stop loss above here. You would have gotten stopped out. But now that we see the break, there's a likely chance it'll continue higher, and eventually hit this liquidity up here. So a breakout of like a really clean downtrend like this is the only plays I'll take, or just like clean plays like this, especially during these days. So that is actually the only play I took. I bought calls after this 5-minute close over here. And again, you could have taken puts here, but what if it broke over? You could have taken puts here, you would have gotten stopped. That's why you want to wait for a definite reversal. So technically since this closed over the downtrend, that's technically a reversal. So that's when you want to get in, right? I mean, you could have gambled down here and got in at this hammer candle, but again, hammer candles, it's not always a clear sign that it's going to reverse, because sometimes there's like a hammer, like look, hammer right here, and then you just go down. So hey guys, I just want to take a little quick break and say that if you do want to download this charting platform, there's a link in my description. This is called TrendSpider. It's literally probably the cleanest platform out of anything I've ever used or seen, even cleaner than TradingView, Webull, all those stuff. I definitely recommend downloading this. I can share watch list, and I can share market scanners with you guys if you do download this. So just DM me if you want those. So yeah, just click the link in my description. This is very, very good. This is a very good platform in my opinion. Definitely one of the best and most cleanest, and it's really changed my way of looking at charts and my trading, especially when I'm finding these very, very clean setups when I'm like preparing at night, right? So be sure to click the link in my description and download this platform. And last thing, I did partner with a trade service called Tradeify, and it gives you a lot of flow, and I found this to be really helpful. It's way, way cheaper than unusual whales and has like the same stuff, so I definitely recommend checking this out. Again, there's another link in my description if you want to download this flow service. It's a very great service, and you can track your trades in like a daily trading journal and just import them, and you can see your win rate, and you can see a bunch of other nice stats. So I don't like doing that. So yeah, and we are also in the middle of the gap right here, so some people probably expected we're going to go back down to 144, right? So we see that, and that's the only play I would have taken, right? And so now I'm going to turn VWAP on. I always use VWAP. I don't really use volume too much, but volume is important. And another play you could have taken is this. So this is another hammer candle, but in this scenario, it's a hammer candle that closed over VWAP, so this looks very bullish. There's not really, I don't know if there's any moving averages down here or anything, but say VWAP was down here, this might have been a better play to take with a hammer. So now that I have a hammer candle and it closed above VWAP, that's 2 reasons for me to take calls here. And another thing I can do is I could use a fib, so I draw the fib from here to here and see if it bounces off a fib spot. Okay, so look, it bounces out to 38.2 fib, it holds over VWAP, closes over VWAP, and this hammer candle. That's 3 reasons for me to take the trade, right? So already then, that is 3 solid reasons for me to take the trade. So you don't take the hammer down here because it's just a single hammer, but you might want to take it up here because it's VWAP, 38.2 fib bounce, and it is a hammer candle, right? So that is another trade you could have taken. And your target would be liquidity, which would be the last swing high, which would be right here. So as soon as you hit this target, that's when you'd sell, right? So that's just a little more of an in-depth analysis. And we do, when we get to the meeting, we start chopping it up a little bit right towards the meeting. And this is the part where I don't trade. Some people, so if you're green, I'll say this: you could do a straddle on SPX, maybe buy contracts on both sides for like 0.20 to 0.30, maybe 0.50 or 0.60 with a bigger account. But you could straddle this. You could wait for a reversal, because usually what happens is the first move is always the opposite move in the meeting. So we see this giant green candle and right at 2 o'clock, and that's usually when you want to buy puts, because you always do the opposite of this. What happens in the meetings, that's how they get liquidity. So look, they get liquidity here, they take out this, they stop out the shorts there, the liquidity stop them out and reverse. So that is another play you could have taken, but again, this is kind of gambling, and we obviously didn't know that would happen. And we see it fall under view up, goes under view up, goes all the way down here. It doesn't really bounce off any major support. It might bounce off major support in other time frames, but there's so many wicks here, and it's just gonna stop you out. I suggest not playing this if I were you, but yeah, so that's about it. Another thing I do like to use is the EMA, so let me just turn on the 9 EMA. So not too many opportunities in the 9 EMA because it's not a trend day, but I do like the EMAs for trend days. Kind of choppy. It was holding up above the 9 here, closed below, and then goes above. So I don't really like using EMAs, especially on days going up to the meeting. If I do start to see a trend in the beginning of the day, that's when I'll usually turn on the EMAs for the second half of the day, just to get better entries or time reversals. But VWAP is literally all you need. I love using VWAP. There's a lot of plays you could have taken off this, and yeah. So if you guys learn anything, drop a like. Let me know if you have any questions in the replies, and other than that, peace out.